Alright guys, that video that I put up this morning, I got some kickback on it. Again, guys, if you want a kickback on it, put it on the comments. Don't send me an email. I mean, of course, I guess you're afraid somebody get mad at you. But look, I've said time and time again, I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree. And so I'm not saying about this composting. All right, what I'm gonna do, all right, here's this bucket I just got done filling up yesterday, and I'm topping it off with some rotten strawberries. There's a little bit of cardboard and paper in there, not a lot. But what's the date today? The 23rd or 24th, something like that. Now, this is filled up mostly with vegetable scraps and stuff like that. There's a few other things I'm fixing to put in here too. And I'm going to make a note of this date, that this is like that. And you can see it's almost full, and it weighs, gosh, 25 pounds. There's some grapefruit in there. But we're going to go 30 days on this. Almost to the end of March. And what I'm saying is, finished compost is almost like soil. You know, it doesn't have a rotten smell, it has a pleasant smell and all that stuff. And I've only got finished compost from stuff that laid there 2 or 3 months. In 30 days, this will be down till it's only going to come to about here in 30 days. It's going to decompose down to that. And it's almost workable then. But it wouldn't hurt to let that sit another 30 days. I don't have enough buckets to do this stuff the way I want to do it. And I don't, when I put it in a bucket like this, I don't turn it, because it needs to get oxygen. And another thing you have to remember too about this stuff is it needs to be in smaller pieces, because that helps it decompose a lot more, or a lot faster. The reason the smaller stuff works better, how can I explain that? Y'all seen me do eggshells. You know, you can take an eggshell and squish it up in your hand and sprinkle it on your plants. Sooner or later, mostly later, you might get a little calcium in that soil. And what I do with my eggshells, I got a food processor that I put it in, and I grind them up. I grind them up to where it's almost a powder. I mean, these is crushed really fine eggshells. Matter of fact, I got to grind some more tomorrow. And the reason, now when you put it in your stuff like that, I don't normally put eggshells in my compost, but I just went ahead and done that anyway. You get calcium faster out of eggshells that way, because, well, let's see. Let me see. All right, here's a piece of cardboard. This will decompose. It will make compost. But the way it sits right there, it's only got 1, 2, 3, 4 edges, and 5 and 6 if you want to count the flat sides. But if you take and cut that up, you got 6 edges there. It's not going to cut too easy because it's wet. That's 12 edges. And that one piece now, you've made it into 24 edges. And the more edges you got like that, that's exposed to help it along to decompose. Now, I hope y'all can understand that. And that's why I cut this stuff up like I do. See, there's 6 edges, there's 12 edges, there's 24 edges. Does that make sense? It decomposes faster. Same thing on the vegetation. The smaller the stuff, the faster it decomposes. Now that you can take to the bank. Same thing like with this grapefruit. So I'm going to close this up. I'm going to wet it down one more time. And then I'm going to lay a cover on it because I don't want no more water going in it. But the reason I don't have to turn this is because what I've done, I've taken this bucket and look, see all these holes right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 holes. I've done that on every side. Plus there's a bunch of holes in the bottom. Now I'm gonna set this on the ground, and it's gonna wind up with some worms in there because they'll find it through them holes on the bottom. But this thing keeps it oxygenated, you know. They can come into them holes. Now that's my line of thinking, but that's just my thinking. That's not something that I can swear by. But I can tell you one thing. In 30 days, when I open this up and show you, you're going to see it's worked itself down to about there. Where it's decomposing. Now, this, and here in this thing now, Well, this has been in here about a week and a half, 2 weeks. I'm gonna say by the end of March, this ought to be good. Pretty good compost. But it's still, we'll see how I've never used one of these before. But I'm turning this thing at least 5 times a day. I don't know how good. I'll tell you one thing this does work good for. That wasn't so hard to turn on to show you. I think I got some stuff in there though. Let me see. Let me see. I need to turn that around where it's. That's good enough. I'll show y'all tomorrow how this thing is so good at mixing dirt, in mixing potting soil. But guys, I'm sure I've been wrong about a lot of things. But do I need to put a disclaimer on my videos that I'm not swearing by stuff I'm showing you? But I'm showing you what I've figured out, or to try to learn what I think I've learned. But it bothers me with some of them people. Now, some of these people that's getting on there is a lot smarter than I am about stuff. But when they start talking about finished compost in 7 days and 10 days and all that, what I have seen, it just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. And so I'm not telling you to take that to the bank. Now, if I tell you can take it to the bank, it's something I know 100% that it works. Now, you can take to the bank, and I'm telling you, stuff will decompose faster and make compost faster the smaller the stuff is. Now, for me, the ideal situation I would love to have, I would like to have a yard chipper out here. And everything I'm putting into my compost piles and my compost buckets would be going through that chipper first. I would be running everything through that chipper. Now and it would already be chopped up pretty good. I wouldn't run the cardboard through the chipper. I don't think that would work too good. But for the cardboard, what I would like to have is a paper shredder, one of those heavy duty paper shredders that will shred a piece of cardboard when you put it through there. Preferably one of those that would shred it long ways and crossways, where it'd be just little bitty squares, almost like confetti. That would be an idea, but I can't afford stuff like that. Now, if I could afford it, I would have it. And I'm fixing to make some big changes here. You know, I'm tired of looking at this junky deck, but I'm not going to have this like this anymore. I need I wonder why UPS or not is it Prime, Amazon Prime ain't delivered my what you call it. I had to have another pickup stick. I done broke another one. But yeah, I had a couple of people telling, yeah, you're just misleading people. No, I ain't misleading nobody. I'm just telling you what works for me, what I've seen that works. There might be other ways, easier ways, faster ways, but I haven't seen any. And most of those people that show you how to get compost in 7 days or 10 days, they don't show you. I mean, you don't know, and if they do show you something, you don't know if it's, they're just, you know, unfortunately, these YouTube videos, especially these that's got hundreds, thousands of subscriber stuff, it's a business for them. It's a big paycheck for them every month. So if they can put up a flashy title that says they can do this, like these people compost in 7 days, compost in 14 days, I'm just not believing it because it don't seem to work, and I'm going to show you. Matter of fact, I'm going to start another bucket, and I'm going to show you that in 10 days. No, I'm gonna do one in 7 days, and I'm gonna do one in 10 days. I may even do one on this side here for 7 days, and I'll turn it every day. And I guarantee you it's not gonna be compost in 7 days. Well, I can't say I guarantee you, but I suspect it will not be compost in 7 days. So what I'd like to think is, if I do these experiments and they come out the way I'm pretty sure they're going to come out, will that hush up the naysayers that says I'm all wrong on that? Probably not. Probably not, but nah, I have got to, man, I have got to get in the shower. I am smelling terrible. I hadn't had a bath in 3 days. And, man, that taking a bath, it just tears me up. It just scares me to death in there. And I have an idea, if I was to fall in that shower, I would probably really hurt myself. And the EMTs would have to come in there and carry me out into the hospital, buck ass naked. Oh man. But anyway, if I don't say it every time, folks, I know I'm not extremely. I used to know a whole lot more about this stuff before I got COVID. I had a greenhouse. I was doing hydroponics. If you don't know what hydroponics is, look it up. It's where you're growing stuff in water. And it runs. I even made my systems and everything. And I was selling hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tomato and pepper plants, cabbage plants, strawberry plants. I wasn't raising my strawberries from seed. What I was doing, I was buying like 1,000 bare root strawberry plants. And then I was planting them in little pots, and I was selling them that way. But I was doing all that, working in my greenhouse, had it heated, you know, and had artificial lighting in there and all that stuff. And now I I can't remember like names of stuff. There's a couple of plants over there. I'm to the point where I need to really start hanging a tag on everything. So that if I have that memory lapse, and right now I've got a memory lapse, I should remember these here, you know, these is these ones I got with that gift certificate. And this is an Arden hardy hibiscus standard tree. Both of them are. This, I can't remember the name of that now, and I know what this is. It's a Jane Cow hibiscus. And most of those other hibiscus I've got started over there, I know these are Jane Cows. These are some that I started. Yeah, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 right here. This is Jane Cow hibiscus. That's a golden dewdrop. I'm not gonna fool with the golden dewdrops no more because I don't want anything that can't survive the cold weather. I can't. And them golden dewdrops, the only reason I got hundreds of them right now. And there's 2 more hibiscus right there. Those are gardenias over there, you know. These are Mexican tulips, which I'm gonna well, I may plant them out there by the mailbox. That's what I'm thinking about doing anyway. I don't know if those are chives or onions, I'm not sure. But there's a lot of things, you know. I know what these are, you know. These are embedded in my memory. My mother-in-law used to love having them, and they was always called mother-in-law tongues. I never heard them called snake plants till I got down here. But it's just a lot of things I can't remember anymore. I can't remember the correct name for that corn plant. But a lot of things I forgot. And I've had a hard time this past few months trying to do vegetables. I had a little bit of luck, got a lot of peppers, didn't do squat on the tomatoes, and I'm fixing to start my last year's tomato plants all over again. Quick, them little tomatoes there get ripe, I'm gonna cut that on off. And you can see what. Okay. All right, see, this is last year's tomato plant, and it's growing new stuff. This is growing new stuff, but I'm thinking about cutting this off down to here. I don't want it. I don't want it forked like that. And quick as them tomatoes get right there, I'm gonna cut them off down there close to that Y. And you can see this one here. This is a cherry tomato here. Now I forget the name of this, but it makes a bigger tomato. And you can see what it's doing. It's starting to bush out. And this is last year's tomatoes. And it'll do this again next year, if you want it to. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna cut this off right about here. I want to see. Plus, I'm gonna put these in bigger pot and then big dirt bags I got over there. I'm gonna put them in that, cause these was always blowing over. Yes, they were. But yeah, write this down in your book. File this in your memory. I am not the smartest guy, but dang sure. And by the way, this thing going on with Russia invading Ukraine and everything, and I got a couple of subscribers in Ukraine. One of them I don't hear from much, but I talk to the other one quite a bit. Her name is Priyan Fareen. She's from Bangladesh. And she went to college in Ukraine. And she just graduated last year. She just did 2 videos. She's scared to death over there. She don't know what to do. She said right now they were not letting them go and do anything, move anywhere, any of that stuff. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put her these last 2 videos she did. You can listen to her. If you would, go to her channel and give her some support. She don't have as many subscribers as I've got, but she's pretty close to what I've got. And she does great videos. And she has good themes in it and everything. I love her. I was supposed to have a private live stream chat with her, but we never did get it done. And she speaks excellent English. I think her first language is Bengali. She's from Bangladesh, and I'm assuming there's a lot of poor people in Bangladesh. I don't believe she's in that situation. I think her family might kind of be well off in Bangladesh. Start with, because she's going to college. To start with, she's not. I don't know how uptight for money she is, but I do like her. And I've been friends with her ever since before I even was monetized. But I'm gonna put that video, her last 2 videos. They're not long, they're short. And she says she's a black girl, you know, but could have fooled me. But she is kind of dark complected. And I think her full name is like Priyan Yaka, something or another like that, but she's got it shortened to Priyan. And all of her videos are in English. Now in Ukraine, the Ukrainian language is pretty close to what the Russian language is. But I don't know how this thing's gonna turn out. But anyway, guys, this is my video, I guess, for today. I just wanted to bring that up about them talking about my compost. But I'm gonna have I'm gonna have 4 experiments going on about composting. Here's one. That one over there started. I wonder who that was. And I'm gonna do a couple of more ways and see how they turn out. And the proof will be in the pudding. Okay, guys, that's my story today, and I'm sticking to it. And I'll see you in the next one. And don't hang up the phone, because right after this I'm gonna put in those 2 videos of hers that you can watch. I could tell she was upset. I could tell she's upset. All right, I'm out of here.
Hey everyone, how's everybody doing, and happy weekend. It's a pretty cold day, but not too much cold because spring is coming. Snow started melting. I remember this place, it was full of snow. Now look at it, it's not so much snow. Snow started melting. Most of the places are ice now, but still people are coming for snowboarding and skiing. Well, here is something I wanted to share with you. I started skiing class. After one class, my leg started paining after 2 days, and somehow I slipped and on the ice, and that hurted so much that my right leg has been injured a lot. So I could not just move around, and it was pretty intense for me. I mean, on my leg there is marks, blood marks, you know, like it is happening right now. So my leg is pretty bad condition, and right now today I came to see her snow situation here, but I don't think it's a good idea for me to do skiing now or start skiing again. So I guess I am going to do it next season. Besides, I gave my dog a trainer, in which I have to give a lot of time. And also there is some activities which is kind of hard for me. Also there I need strength, stamina, and that made me realize that how unhealthy my body is, or unshaped my body is. It's pretty intense. So what's the news? News is nothing. I'm feeling pretty motivated today, happy. And obviously this weekend, so I just came out enjoying the people, the scenario, everything. And this place is something which I really want to really admire, because pretty intense and activity zone. So here when you come, it's another world, and you don't feel like anything happening around. So it is a happy feeling, you know, like motivating, inspiring, and happy feeling. And for a while you just forget everything and you just enjoy what other is doing. And that reminds me that sports, adventurous work always helps a person or an individual to inspire and motivate themselves, and to skip them from any kind of negative energies or any kind of, you know, news or panic. That's the best thing, because stress is something I have been dealing with so long. A lot of things happening, and I just feel so bad about Ukraine-Russia crisis situation. But here, I don't fancy anything around. I just love to see people. Kids are enjoying their skiing moments, snowboarding moments, so everything is just okay for now. I took a break, and that is for this I have to stop the video for a while, because I was talking to my trainer while talking about my skiing, and he came in front of me asking what happened, why you are not in the class, why you are not taking the lesson, everything. Obviously that's what I was discussing with him, that I have a bad body shape now, really bad, and it's not like, you know, healthy and active body. So that's what I was talking to him, and he advised me some things which I feel that I should follow and prepare my body for the next season if I stay here. And now let's see what's going to happen. I am feeling a little bit upset, sad that I can't do the lesson, but honestly my leg is in so much pain, like right leg, so much pain, so it's really hard for me to do that. After all, disadvantage of not doing any kind of sports. And about, I just wanted not to think too much today about what's going on here. I just want to be with myself. I want to give myself time, stay quiet, enjoy the beautiful view, the landscape, cityscape of Kharkiv city. That's all I want, nothing else. Trust me, nothing else. Is every day doing the same thing or thinking about this is not going to solve anything. Nothing. So that is something, you know, like when you are into too much, you just can't do what you want to do. It's too much, and you just can't do anything. Should I feel bad? Yeah, I don't know, but what I know is, no matter, I don't know how many days I'm going to stay here, but I just want to be myself again. I just want to feel happy, peace, and for that, whatever needs to be done, I will do. So that's all for today. I will see you on my next video. I'm just going to sit around, watch everything. Bye. Hi everyone, Priyan here from Kharkiv, Ukraine. Situation is very bad here. I'm hearing I live in not far away from the Kharkiv Russian border, so